You don't need Tinder to meet girls, and in this video I'm gonna share the story of the weirdest, craziest way I ever got to have a date with a Russian girl. This was the best Russian date I've ever had. My name is Alexander Nilsson, and my mission is to help young men build their social confidence. And I do that by proving the case, putting the money where my mouth is. I go out there and I take action. So get cozy, pour yourself some vodka, and let's do this. Oh, I don't like vodka. Okay, the story of the Russian girl. This all played out the 31st of January 2017. I had my best friend Christopher visiting in town. We have decided to not only celebrate New Year's Eve together, but also record some footage for a trailer I wanted for my channel. Me facing fears, talking to strangers, and just running around town to catch this feeling of going out there, facing fears. So the idea was just to get some random footage, and Christopher was filming and I was doing these things, and we were just talking and getting ideas as we were going along doing this. As we're coming to a halt, we're a bit exhausted, so we see this nice cafe that we enter, and we sit down and we start talking and brainstorming some new ideas while sipping on some coffee. I'm actually drinking tea. This is important. I'm not a coffee drinker no more. I'm having this idea, this thought that maybe I need a date scenario. Maybe I need a setting that I can have in my trailer where it shows that I'm actually on a date talking to a girl. That thought really scared me, yet it was so enticing. I needed that. I looked around and I didn't have to look far, because as it happens, just to my left, two girls were sitting there. Russian words were spilling out of their mouths. I had been out talking to people, I was warmed up, I had the momentum going for me, but still, the idea of this thing, doing this thing, asking them to be in the video, that was really scary. But so you know, the thought is out there, the plan is outlined. All I need to do is to man up and ask.
Fake date, can I do that?
Talking this over with Christopher, and he's like,
yeah, do it.
It's easy for him to say, he's not the one who needs to lay this proposal out. But as Christopher goes off to the toilet and I'm sitting there like,
I need to ask them, I need to ask them.
And eventually the need to act is just too big within. I can't resist it. And even though I'm so scared, it's also adrenaline running through my veins. I know this is gonna be a juicy moment. I lean over.
Excuse me, girls. I know this is super weird, and I totally accept if you say no, but I have this weird little thing, I have this weird little proposal.
Answer I got actually was, sure. They accepted the whole thing, and I was just, damn. I said yes. I come over, the other girl moves, and I sit down across her. Christopher starts filming, and immediately I'm thinking, okay, so let's just make a real date out of this. Let's make this authentic. So as I sit down and we start talking, I really work on connecting with her, and she's beautiful, and I feel like this is something I really want, so I'm just going with it. It's a flirtatious thing in the air. We're both laughing and we're starting to get to know each other. We're connecting real good. She's having fun here. As it happens, she's actually a yoga teacher, and she has this mindful spiritual interest which I could relate to a lot, and really deepened our relationship quite quickly. So as we're sitting there and just bonding, I'm taking her hand to get this date vibe go even further, and so it's just super nice and real, and I had such a good time doing that. Will you marry me one day? Tuesday in 3 years. Not 3 years. Okay. Eventually it runs to an end, but we don't want it to end. But she has her friend waiting and Christopher's filming, so it is a stage setting, yet I can feel that it is so real. Okay girls, I love you too, but I think my dear friend wants to be back.
No, it's alright. I can. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm the camera guy.
What?
I'm the camera guy, as you can
You're
see.
the camera guy?
Yes.
I'm sitting there talking to a Russian stranger visiting Stockholm for the weekend, and it's just amazing. I want to kiss this girl. And it all happened as a result of me just daring to ask that question. But the thing is that I'm not ready to give up on this now. I want more. I can't let this be it. Not after what I just felt. I ask what they're up to during these days, and spontaneously I also throw out this idea that maybe she could be my yoga teacher, like have a yoga session with me, because I genuinely wanted to have a yoga session because I was new to that. I was curious on that whole thing. And here she was being presented from the universe to me. I needed to grasp that opportunity, so I threw that idea out. She totally said yes, and this meant she ditching her Russian friend. We had booked something more, and I was so hungry for it. No. That's why I said it. But it was a very good first. I don't think I'm ever gonna talk. So as the second date arrives, we meet up at this place just outside the gym I usually go to. I asked if I could borrow a place for us to have this yoga session, and that was all fine and dandy. As I'm meeting her now for the second time, the tension it's something else in the air. It's more intimate because it's only me and her in this big room, and it's dark outside, and we had this build-up previously the first time we met, but then it was all a bit more playish. Like he was filming, her friend was with her. Now it's more serious. We're both dressed for an intimate session. Being alone there in this big room, she's showing me all these yoga poses. She's talking calmly, getting me super relaxed, and she's touching my shoulders. She's showing me the child pose, laying down on my knees, and then she actually sits on my back to like compress me, and I'm just lying there thinking,
Man, Alex, you're at the floor here with a beautiful Russian girl on top of you, crushing you like the little bug you are.
I don't know if I said exactly that to myself, but the whole thing was just beautiful and I loved it. And we went on to do 2 hours of yoga there. As it is coming to the end, I don't know what's gonna happen because we hadn't really planned anything afterwards, and how could I live with myself if I ended the thing here? Hell no, I have to see this through. As it happens, she and her friend she's visiting with, they're actually leaving tomorrow, so they kind of have an early flight. That sucks because it limits the whole evening a bit, but I'm not gonna get bummed out about that. I just asked her if I could walk her to the hotel because it's like 2 kilometers away, and that would be a way for me to get some more time in there, and she gladly invites me to do so. So we start to stroll back towards her hotel, and we engage in this next deepening moment, getting to know each other on another level. The yoga session, of course, had mostly the yoga focus, and now the opportunity to get into other topics. We had so much more in common. She loved personal development, she was very spiritual, she was so kind and smart. We started to discuss a lot of books. Self-esteem was a core thing that we really bonded over. So finally, after a really nice walk, we get to her hotel. She actually invites me in for a cup of tea because her friend is sitting in the lobby waiting for her. We go into the lobby and we sit down and we start having a new type of conversation, a conversation with the three of us getting to know each other in a more lighty mood thingy, just talking, having fun. And it's super nice and all, but it was a bit overwhelming sitting there trying to engage in these conversations, yet all I wanted to do was to kiss this girl that I had somehow managed to fall a bit in love with in this short amount of time. And so eventually the unavoidable happens. The time for them to go to bed is upon us. Their flight leaves early in the morning and I have to go. They have to go. We stand up in this moment. These steps towards the exit is like, I don't want to exit without a real exit. I haven't kissed a girl in quite some time. So much emotions just going through my head as I'm now standing there across her. Adrenaline starts to rush through my body because I'm starting to think about doing a very bold action.
Oh, Alex, you can't kiss her. You haven't picked up on that vibe, or have you? Maybe. I don't know. Can you kiss her? What if she doesn't kiss you back? You can't walk away from this without at least having tried. You would be so disappointed at yourself if you don't go for it.
We're both dragging it out like it.
This was nice.
Really good to see you.
You say stuff, but you don't want to say stuff because all you want to do is just have the guts to lean forward and kiss this person. I can't resist it. The need to follow through, the need to face my fears, the need to kiss this beautiful Russian girls on her beautiful soft lips. I finally lean forward and I kiss her, touch her beautiful soft lips with my Swedish pale lips. I did it, I fucking did it, and I love myself for it. One reference case for why I need to continue to face my fears, to do what's hard, to just take bold action every day. And it doesn't matter if she would have rejected me in that moment. I went for it. I took action. You see, you don't need Tinder to go on amazing dates. All that being said, if you want to build your social confidence, if you want to learn how to do these things, I do have done a lot of videos on the topic, and I do have a playlist like right here that shows you, that guides you through the fundamentals, the basic steps for how to acquire this skill, how to teach yourself, how to talk to strangers, how to face your fears. I am my own reference case. I have been through the journey. I once did not have the guts to pull the trigger. Now I have, and I show you the way that has worked for me. If that's something for you, check that out. Besides that, have a great day. I thank you so much for spending the time here with me. I'm so exhausted right now. I think the vodka is kicking in. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, please share it. I really would appreciate it. My name is Alexander Nilsson. Have a great time. See you in the next one. Bye guys.